Sorry folks, I just got something stuck in my throat, but I do apologize for that. Hey, what is up ladies and gentlemen, it is I am the one and only Tiona the Frog here, and I am from the likes of the Maxi Toys videos as always. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more of Let's Play of Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3 for the Game Boy. So last time we've basically just managed to accomplish the optional world in the game, which is of course Short-Bit Land, and oh no, that is a multitasking that world. So today, we're about to begin the forms of the fourth world in this game, which appears to be Stove Canyon. And I think if I recall correctly, this world is entirely in lava. So either way though, and as always, we got to watch out for a lot of lava. So to begin with, here we go with course number 20, and as you can see, we're getting chased by that, well, the firewall of death. And of course, much like in the forms of, let's say, the poisonous gas from the likes of, well, let's just say New Super Mario Bros. Wii and New Super Mario Bros. U as well, you instantly die if you touch that. So either way though, you have to be able to run fast and be sure not to get too many deaths on it. So, and as you can see, that I got myself a key right here, and this means that yes, this level will contain a treasure. So either way though, hopefully we'll find out, and I think it's actually at the end of a level. So, however, here's the thing though, is the fact that I'm actually gonna take a hit, let's just say in this enemy right here. And that way I can able to actually get ourselves the garlic power-up and join at some point later on. So because of that, hopefully I should able to actually squeeze for that specific gap right there. And that way I can able to actually no longer trying to able to bash those blocks specifically. So either way though, and basically when you pass for this dangerous part, then, well, the treasure room is just nearby. So either way though, first, before we open up the treasure chest, as usual, we need to just get ourselves our power-up, just in case we do need to able to open up the chest. And there we go. There's our, well, let's say, the 7th treasure. And it appears to be, I don't know if this is like a crystal ball or something, which that might be seems the case, because the crystal ball worth a lot of cash. So, but either way though, that's how it usually goes basically. So, oh gosh, these enemies. I hate these enemies in this game specifically because, well, eventually whenever we get onto the forms of the later portions of the game, oh man, you never believe how much struggle I usually just manage to try to deal with those little, you know, buggers completely. But either way though, we'll talk more about that until on, well, let's just say in World 5 and onwards, because, well, for the most part, Stove Canyon is not that long of a world though. I'm gonna say that's the point right now. So anyways, here we go on to course number 21, and yeah, not much else to say here. Well, aside from the fact that today's day is of course the 11th of February today, in this case in 2021, and I suppose that in addition to today's day, that is usually marks the 10th anniversary of the episode from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Seriously, it's been a while since I actually mentioned about that specific stuff, which, apologize for that particular lack of info of discussions I'd like to discuss upon about the fact that with the lack of, you know, 10th anniversary of some episodes in particular from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. So because of that though, usually because of this though, oh jeez Louise, that was so close. I'm almost gonna get hit by that stupid little bat right there. But thankfully we did manage to avoid that. So yeah, anyway, Full Weather Friends is already at the 10th anniversary mark right now, and also same applies to Suited for Success episode ever since Journey Forms have been like, well, let's just say last week. And also recently that Mario Sports Mix has turned into 10 years old, specifically in the UK release. So yeah, geez, I can't even believe it's been 10 years old already. So, and also to top it off is that today, Feeling Pinky Keen, the actual episode that involves around the actual Pinky Sense, or in this case the Hydra of all things, that episode is now turning to 10 years old now. So, jeez, why does time usually flies, doesn't it? And also, until when it gets to the point until next week, and a week after that as well, both Sonic Rain Boom, the best episode ever, alongside with the forms of Stairmaster will also get its 10th anniversary treatment as well. So yeah, why is that time flying go? But anyway though, so and also during tomorrow, after this video is going to release, that Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury will be releasing tomorrow, so I'm not exactly sure if we're able to do another part of Knight's Journey of Dreams, or even in some cases a different video, because, well, since that we have not done any of those unboxing videos for quite some time now, so I suppose that could be something else for the later day. So either way though, now let's move on to course number 22, and hopefully we should be able to have no too many deaths on it whatsoever. So, well, apart from a few occasional moments where I swear my jump button doesn't seem to able to react to in time. It's mainly because I'm playing on the emulator or something. Well, it usually has the exact same issue I have with the forms of Super Mario Land 2, where if I somehow run, or try to dash, and then basically at the same time trying to jump, but I swear, the actual emulator inputs just sometimes delays most of the time, or even in this case, not even react to in time, which can be very, noticeable when we get onto the later levels throughout the game, specifically at the end of it anyway. So either way though, let's go ahead and, continue things on for this point right here. And I suppose another thing I should probably explain about this too is the fact that recently I managed to get myself another, well, let's just say 2 new pickups. Well, first of all, I've got myself my brand new original Game Boy game of all things, which appears to be Donkey Kong, aka Donkey Kong 94, which that's what most people tend to call it, that game there. And it looks very similar to Mario vs. Donkey Kong, actually. In fact, we'll just say this right now, because of the reason why that we actually did manage to delete it ourselves, our previous Let's Play of Mario vs. Donkey Kong back in 2015, all the way up to 2016. This is pretty obvious, because first of all, the actual commentary wasn't exactly loud enough, and also that the only time you can only hear is the actual game audio, which is fine. However though, the commentary is a bit mixed bag, and as a result, we keep on having a lot of toy guests around. Specifically, I've realized that Joy was firstly introduced in 2015, of course, and then later on in 2016, that Piglet did manage to able to bring over Rarity for the sake of the forms of In Company and stuff like that. So, well actually I'll get into more details about this later, because here we go on to course number 23. And as you can tell, that we have ourselves a double circle level, so this meaning about the fact that, well, this level contains 2 exits. So, and this level is actually a pretty fun one. Basically, we need to take a ride on this particular trial, or whatever this thing is supposed to be. And basically, you have to ride on this thing at all times, well, for a few occasional moments here and there, because if you somehow don't jump at the right time, then basically you fall to the lava of death. So you have to be very careful here. And also, I think the secret exit is actually at the very end of the level, so I suppose this level wasn't all that far off of it, though, I don't think, which, even I know, we'll point it out whenever we're able to get to that specific point. So either way though, let's grab some more coins from up the top there, and watch out for those bad looking enemies, so just in case it doesn't give you a massive knockback. And everything else goes all well enough, for the most part, even though some people might find this level to be quite tricky and difficult, but honestly it's not too difficult, I don't think. So as long as you were able to actually equip Jet Wario right here, so oh jeez, that was close. I almost gonna get myself screwed over by the invisible block. And by the way, the secret exit, it actually requires you to go to the lower path, and that way you are able to bounce onto that little bouncy block twice, and you should able to get to the secret exit. And by the way, something's worth mentioning is the fact that this is actually the final secret exit in the whole game. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. There was only like, I would say about 5 of these secret exits to find. So, I know it seems not a lot. Mainly it's because this was on a Game Boy and stuff like that, or something like that. But, either way though, enough about that, and let's go ahead and head back onto the exact same level, but now we're going to be able to find the normal exit, which is also is going to be at the very end of the level at least. So, hopefully that should be, seems the case. So, yeah, anyway though, because we was able to actually do our redo Let's Play of Mario vs. Donkey Kong, but on the Wii U eShop version still, because of how the fact that the quality looks a lot nicer, and also to top it off, it makes it so easier to able to capture footage on certain Game Boy Advance stuff, which that might be seems very true for that circumstances though anyway. And also to top it off, hopefully we can able to do a much more better commentary, and also a much more of a I really hate you. I hate you, you stupid bats. This means I don't I have to go all the way back to the level, aren't I? Yep. Oh boy. It's gonna be a lot of those death situations like this with these annoying knockbacks, and also enemy placements can really try to able to about against you and all that stuff. Yeah, anyway, and also, and not to mention though, we can able to actually do a different process rather than just go for the game. Dang it, that was a really bad timing jump. Even if the fact that that enemy just gets in my way. Oh well, third time's the jump, and hopefully we'll try to able to succeed for this point. So anyway, because normally back then, that for whatever reason, that Piglet just managed able to do the game as normal, but rather than just doing the 100% completion, and plus he skipped over the majority of the expert levels, which I was like, that's no fun. I just wish if there are any other Let's Players out there, they, well obviously they have already did the 100% completion with those games, basically. So why not you can able to do it from our version, mind you, Piglet? Just saying. But anyway, though, yeah, I might as well not activate the checkpoint. Although I would like to, but it's just that I need to able to save up my coins. So that way I need to able to... there we go. Now we pass with this stupid bat enemy right there. But, and another game I actually did manage to recently order and pick up, and that was the forms of another copy of Wario Land 3. Now you guys are probably thinking to yourself, have you already got Wario Land 3 already? Back in the forms of in 2018 and stuff like that? True, but it did works. However though, that cannot be applied to the save battery, which I did manage to complete the first level and pass for the opening sequence, and the game will save their progress automatically. However though, the battery life on the save file usually dies. So as a result, I don't know if there's actually a way I can able to modify it or anything else like that to make the game a little bit more savable than the forms of how it does it on my... Well, truth be told guys, I have some really stupid luck with all these Game Boy games I usually just manage to purchase. Even though it's usually common every nowadays, especially noticeable for Pokemon's case. But either way though, enough about that. Now it's going to move on to course number 24, and as you can see, there's another treasure over there. However though, we do need to go through several different rooms before we're able to actually get ourselves our key. So either way though, I think the end of the level is just right down there, but let's not worry about that right now, because obviously we have to, you know what I mean, trying to go for the treasure, that's all the actual things we need to aim for. So either way though, actually I'm also able to take a hit, because otherwise I would able to actually just fit through that specific hole, so that way I could able to actually do some puzzle solving here and there. But I digress. So, I think that was actually one time, whenever I managed to able to got the majority of the Wario Land trilogy of games on the Game Boy of all things, well, usually one from the original Game Boy, as well as, oh, hello, what do we have here? The 100 coins. How lovely. Yeah, anyway, one time when I did manage to purchase not only, Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3, the original cartridge version, which thankfully it does work in both the game itself as well as the save data battery, and also same applies to Wario Land 2 for the Game Boy Color, which comes in with a boxed variation, or the box itself, along with the instructions, and especially noticeable with, well, not to mention with the forms of working game, but also the save battery also works. And yeah, everything else goes all well enough for those two games for sure, except in Wario Land 3, because I did manage to play it on the original cartridge form, and it works, but however though, the save battery is an entirely different story, because, well, I'm pretty sure it's already been dead, and as a result, one time I did manage to able to play Wario Land 3 on my own time, just to able to practice that game, when if we able to get into that Let's Play at some point this year. And let me tell you, I spent about almost 3 hours-ish on that specific playthrough of Wario Land 3. However, though, that the save progression doesn't seem able to work out for me, which, as a result, I literally just managed to waste about 3 hours just trying to able to go back into that certain progression. So as a result, it wasn't until in, well, let's just say by the end of last month that I simply able to actually get another copy of Wario Land 3, and I'm really hoping that my battery save were able to work this time, as opposed to my previous copy doesn't work with the actual saving. So, yeah, that's what usually the most common thing is usually a problematic nowadays, especially if you're able to obtain, you know, the original cartridge version of, you know what I mean, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, and also say applies to Pokemon Game Boy games, as well as the Game Boy Color games, essentially. So this means is the fact that there are a few times, though, there's gonna be some fake cartridges out there. But anyway, now we go with the forms of the next trophy as, well, I have no idea why I say trophy, because literally it's just a trophy, but to be more accurately, though, we got the 8th treasure, so, whoops. I have no idea why I'm speaking so gabberish about this, but either way, though, we'll try to leave it to that. So, yeah, the end of the level is just not that far from here, so either way, though, there we go. That pretty much wraps it up in terms of course number 24. And I think just for fun, let's go ahead and just grind for some more coins on this luck-based kind of bonus game. So hopefully I would able to guarantee to able to actually just to grind, you know, more coins and anything else like that to get the perfect ending, which is very understandable for most 100% completionist players. So, but either way though, oh, looks like so far so good anyway. However though, there's actually that one thing I can probably show this to you. I think I might as well show this off until specifically by the end of this Let's Play. Because of that though, I'm not going to do it right now because it might be considered this to be cheating. But regardless of everything else though, I think I actually did pretty dang swell when it comes to this luck-based 50-50 chance for that particular bonus game. So, almost maxed out on coins, but that's fine because I'll take 944 coins any day. So even then though, and that should brings me up to 6,000 or more coins. So, huzzah! Oh yeah, and another thing I should probably point this out right away as well, that, what else I was gonna say? Oh yeah, I was gonna originally try to able to plan out to able to purchase, the Banjo and Kazooie amiibo at some point, but I'll wait until when we get closer to, well, let's just say when we get to the point until the halfway point of February, that, I think it's to be more specifically on the 14th is usually the halfway point on February, so either way though, we'll, wait for that. So either way though, let's move on now to course number 25, in this case, oh my goodness gracious me. Ah, dang it. I just have no idea why I just managed to get hit right there. But either way though, we'll try our best if we're able to just, you know, trying to do a no-death run or anything else like that. Well, I won't guarantee by that, but either way. Alright, so let's see what's in here. Some more hearts, and grab some more coins in the process, and grab even more hearts, potentially speaking. And even more hearts. Jeez. I think it's suffice to say that we're probably gonna get a lot of hearts throughout, which, again, it almost reminds me of Kingdom Hearts apparently, so... Okay, so... Oh, jeez! I was being so hasty, aren't I? Ah, dang it. I completely forgot about those platforms right there. But, luckily we're not that far ahead, I don't think, although I was originally trying to able to actually just go ahead and activate the checkpoint, but for whatever reason I just refused to, so I think it's clearly obvious because I do need to save some of these coins up for, you know what I mean, the best ending, and you probably get the idea, so oh well, no big deal. So hopefully we were able to, and I didn't make that, so that stinks. But at least we still got a whole bunch of extra lives, thanks to the forms of that Starman ever since in the previous stages ago, and also say applies to that you know, amazing reward if you manage to defeat the optional fight, which is, of course, the penguin, of all things. So, yeah, hopefully third time's a charm on this level too, so either way though, I just have no idea why I have some really, you know, some very weird luck with all the, you know, just trying to avoid any kind of hazards or something like that. So either way though, that's what I can honestly try to think about that. So, yeah, you know, I get the idea about the actual solutions I can think of, but either way though, honestly guys, there's not much else I can honestly try to talk about, apart from the fact that, well, tomorrow that Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury will be releasing tomorrow, so I should be excited about this. And also that, something is worth noting about the fact the matter is though, is the fact that, usually we still continue this Let's Play along with the forms of Knight's Journey of Dreams for the majority of this month. For this particular game, Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3, I might actually take a break until about a week. So because of that though, until next Tuesday, well, you know, you guys should probably already know, something special is about to happen. So either way though, but then again, now we're not going to mention about this specifically just yet though, just because, well, we haven't exactly make it for that specific point yet. So, but either way though, we'll go ahead and leave it to that. So let's just get rid of this enemy from now on, and hopefully we'll try to avoid those crumbling bridges and stuff like that, which it does remind me of the bridge zone from the likes of Sonic the Hedgehog 1, from both the Sega Game Gear as well as on the Master System, except the fact that it takes place in a lava, so yeah, that makes it a little bit obvious for that point. So anyway, so here we go with the next boss fight right here, which appears to be by the forms of the Devil Face, which I think that's what his name is. Oh wait, sorry, Devil's Head. So basically, all you have to do in this particular boss fight is that when this projectile pops out of his nose, and basically all you have to do is just throw the actual meteor rock on top of his head, and that way you can able to deal with like 3 hit damage on him, and that's all you have to do in this fight. Keep that in mind though, much like the forms of Spring Yard Zone from Sonic the Hedgehog 1, basically he will able to actually destroy the platforms as soon as when he able to bring up a tongue out at the actual rocky platform, because if he does that twice, as you see one right there, it will eventually get destroyed. So even then, you have to watch out for that. Especially noticeable, you really refuse to able to land on the lava, because if you do end up in the lava, then you have to start all over again on the actual level. Unless if you're able to actually activate the checkpoints, which, I was gonna grab that one last coin to able to make it to, well, let's just say 100, but the game was like, oh, come on, I need to hurry up. Anyway, yeah, we'll do the actual gamble 50-50 thing again, so even then though, because honestly, I've only just, you guys only seen the heart minigame at least just once, just because there's nothing right to home about, honestly, aside from, you know, just get more hearts and get more 1-ups in particular, but again, there's nothing too groundbreaking or special or anything like that, so, I suppose left? Oh, nice. And I think this will lead me up to, like, 700, or I think it's, like, 700 or something. So, yeah, 792 coins. So, almost maxed out, but that's fine, because we actually got enough. So, and I think this will brings me up to 7,000 or more coins. So, yeah, I think we're pretty much almost there for this point, guys. And especially noticeable that we're now onto the halfway point in terms of Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3. So even then though, well, pretty good so far. Despite I did have some couple of death situations, as I said this countless amount of times, but that's fine, because either way though, we simply pretty much accomplished that. So, nice. 7,540 coins that we've got so far. So World 4 is done, and we're about to be moving on to the 5th world in the game, which appears to be SST Cup. So, I suppose we should probably end things off here, so join me next time on Let's Play Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3. Instead, we're going to be moving on to World 5, which is known as SST Cup. But again, as I mentioned this before, I'm going to take a week break from this game until I come back into this game next week on Thursday. So, but either way though, I just want to point it out. So I'll see you guys on Thursday. Later, fellas.